Here we go again with another episode of my Team of the Week prediction series. Team of the Week number 24 is what's coming up this week, and gotta be honest, the upcoming Team of the Week is actually looking alright, so if you've done well in FUT Champs, you could be in store for a pretty good week, so good luck with your picks on Thursday. As usual, if you could leave a like rating on this video, that would be very much appreciated, and don't forget to be active in the comment section too. Let me know who you think will get an inform on Wednesday. And just before we move on into my actual predictions, let's quickly talk about our sponsor, OneFootball. OneFootball is free to use and to download, and there's a link to do so in the description. You can use the app just to keep up to date and track all the latest news for the teams and players you follow. You can also use it to search up stats on particular players as well. So if you wanted to do your own Team of the Week predictions, you could check out player stats from the latest games on the app if you wish to do exactly that. Like I said, it's free, so give it a go. There's a link to download it down below. Okay, so for the goalkeeper spots this week, I have gone for Aitor Fernandez, and I've also gone for the Mexican goalkeeper, Ochoa. Now, Fernandez made 8 saves and recorded a clean sheet in Levante's shock 1-0 win against Real Madrid, so it'd be really hard to not see him feature in the upcoming Team of the Week, and should he be included, this will actually be a second in form, and to be fair, for an 84 overall, it might actually be an alright item. The other goalkeeper is, of course, Ochoa. He made 9 saves and also kept a clean sheet in a 1-0 win against Club America. Now, there is one other goalkeeper that I want to discuss which I haven't included, and that is Oliver Baumann, who made like 9-10 saves in a 1-1 draw. Now, obviously the reason I haven't included him is because his match did end in a draw, but nonetheless, I would not be shocked to see him included because he put in a really good performance, and he also made the kicker Team of the Week. On the first page of defenders, we've got a pretty good mix of nations and leagues, and we'll start by talking about Dortmund's Zagadou. He got himself a goal in a win for his side. He also recorded a clean sheet as well, which definitely helps, and on top of all of that, he also did feature in the kicker Team of the Week, which I think makes this guy an all but guarantee to feature. I'll be very shocked if he doesn't make it come Wednesday. Nacho Monreal got a goal in a 3-0 win for his side against Valencia, so that's a goal and a clean sheet for him as well, and this could be a second in form for the Spaniard. Unfortunately, his pace is still going to be absolutely terrible, so it's probably not a usable card, but it's probably one of them that will pop up in pretty much everyone's red picks on Thursday. The final player to discuss is Donk. Now, he got himself a goal and an assist in a 3-1 win for Galatasaray against Fenerbahce. Obviously, with that game being a huge match in the Turkish Super League, it's got a good chance of producing a special item, and with the defender being involved in 2 of the 3 goals his team scored, I think he's the leading candidate, and I feel like he'll also get a position change in form as well, which will be a pretty nice card. On page 2 of some more defensive options, we've actually got 2 really good looking cards. Marquinhos got himself 2 goals in a 4-3 win against Bordeaux. Now, that does mean as a defender, technically he did concede 3 times, but his team won and he scored 2 goals. So I think this one's a bit of a toss-up, to be honest, whether EA include it or not. Me, the way I'm thinking is 2 goals for a defender is super impressive. He also got a good match rating, so I am saying yes, he will get into the upcoming Team of the Week. On the flip side, obviously, like I said, he did concede 3 times, so, you know, I can see arguments either way, but I'm going to go for it. I think he deserves to get in. Another defender now to talk about, we have Marcos Alonso, who maybe could pick up a second in form this week. He got the match-winning goal in Chelsea's 2-1 win against Tottenham. Now, with this being obviously a pretty big rivalry game, and also just a big game in the grand schemes of the Premier League table, I think this one will happen. Alonso scored the second goal in this game, which, like I said, ended up being the match-winning goal. It was also a really nice finish as well, so potentially a second in form item coming for him. It's a shame his pace is so bad in FIFA, because other than that, his card could actually be pretty insane. So yeah, maybe one to look out for. Finally, on this page and the end, we have another Spaniard. We've got FABIAN, who got himself a goal in a win for Napoli, and he also got a decent match rating from Gazzetta as well, so that is why I have chosen to include him. Now it's time to talk about some midfielders. We will start by talking about Sergio Pena, who got himself a goal and 3 assists in a 4-2 win for his team in the Dutch division. Now, with this guy having 4 goal involvements, it would be really harsh of EA to leave him out, so I do expect to see this card on the reserves on Wednesday. In the middle, we have Fernando, the Brazilian and Sevilla midfielder. Now, the reason I bring that up is because obviously he does have a hyperlink in FIFA to Diego Carlos. Both players are pretty OP, so to have this in form would actually be pretty good for the game, I guess. He got himself a goal and a assist from midfield in a 3-0 win, so I feel like he's got a pretty good chance at being involved. Finally, on this page, we have KDB. Now, he actually played on Wednesday, and he got himself a goal and a assist in a 2-0 win against West Ham. He was also in the BBC Team of the Week as well, so I'm hoping that's enough to see him included. But I have to say, with the game being played on Wednesday, I'm a bit unsure about it because you truly never know which games EA are going to include. Normally they do include the Wednesday game, so therefore he should be in, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Do you guys think KDB will make it? Let me know in the comments. On slide number 5, we have 3 players who could be on the subs bench, and we'll start with RB Leipzig's Nkunku, who got himself 4 assists. Yeah, 4 assists in a 5-0 win against Schalke. I think he's guaranteed an inform. Like, it would be ridiculous if he wasn't included for that amount of goal involvements, so I definitely expect to see him get a special item this week. I believe he played on the wing as well, so it probably should be a right mid / right wing card, so yeah, look out for that one on Wednesday. Another Bundesliga player is next to him. We've got the Swiss forward Stefan. He got 2 goals in a win for Wolfsburg. That was 2 goals in a 4-0 win against Mainz. He also got pretty good match ratings, but actually didn't make the kicker team of the week, which is interesting, but still got good match ratings, and that's why I'm opting to keep him in. Finally, we have a Sunderland player. We have Maguire, another player who got a ridiculous amount of assists on the weekend. He got 3 in a win for his side, so yeah, 3 assists in a 3-0 win against Bristol should be enough to see him pick up a special item. We've spoken about a bunch of other players who got like a ridiculous amount of assists. Now we're going to talk about someone who got a ridiculous amount of goals. Beck, the player on the left, didn't score once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. He scored 5 times in a 6-0 win. So, yeah, has an inform ever been more guaranteed? I doubt it. Like, it would be the most ridiculous thing if this guy did miss out. So, definitely expect to see him pick up an inform this week. So, look out for that one in your red picks, because it's almost a guarantee that he'll pop up at least once. Next to him is Bruno Fernandes, who put in a pretty good performance for Manchester United. Obviously, he got himself a goal and a assist in United's 3-0 win against Watford. Now, normally I'd be super confident with this pick, but obviously Bruno Fernandes was recently involved in that winter refresh promo where he got given that really good boosted card. So because of that, EA may opt not to include him, but I thought that would have been a bit harsh, to be honest. So maybe we'll see an informed variant of him, but like I say, because of that special card the other week, I'm not super confident in this inclusion. Anyway, let's move on and let's talk about Edin Dzeko. He got a goal and a assist in a win for Roma. Roma won 4-0 against Lecce, and as I said, Dzeko was heavily involved in a bunch of their goals. Now, the standout player from this game probably was Henrik Mkhitaryan, but he's involved in the current Shapeshifters promo, so that's why I've opted not to include him. If Dzeko or Mkhitaryan don't feature in the upcoming Team of the Week, I think maybe Kolarov could be included instead, because he got a goal and a clean sheet in this match too. On the penultimate page, we've got a few players to discuss which may interest some of you, but I can't imagine it'll interest like the mass majority of you. We'll actually go from right to left on this one, so we'll start by talking about Remy. Now, he scored twice in a win for Lille, so he could get in this week. He also got into the L'Equipe Team of the Week as well, which definitely will help. Let's be honest, even if this card is in Team of the Week, it doesn't matter too much because Remy's got a better card in FIFA already with that Player Moments item. So, yeah, 2 goals and a 3-0 win for Remy probably will get him in form, but as I said, I don't think too many people will be too fussed about that item. In the middle, we have the German forward Stroh Engel. I don't know if you pronounce it like that or not, but we're going to go with it. He got a hat-trick in a 5-3 win, so he should definitely make the reserves. And then we've also got Jonathan David, who hopefully finally gets a special card in FIFA 20. In my opinion, he should have been involved in the Future Stars promo, but apparently EA disagree with that, which is kind of strange considering obviously they're based in Vancouver. You'd have thought they'd have picked up on a Canadian youngster who's doing quite well. But anyway, Jonathan David got a hat-trick in the past week in a 4-1 win. One of the goals was a penalty, but as I say, I don't think that'll matter too much. I think finally this guy is going to pick up a special item. The time has come, we have arrived on the final page, and we actually end on 3 pretty good looking items. So if all 3 of these happen, it could be a fairly nice team of the week, because even the lad in the middle, who isn't particularly high rated, looks to have a fairly solid item. So let's discuss these, shall we? We start with Serge Gnabry, who was involved in all 3 of Bayern Munich's goals on Friday as they beat Paderborn 3-2. Gnabry got himself a goal and 2 assists, and the goal that he scored was actually really nice. So be nice to see him pick up another special card in FIFA. In the middle, we have Cordoba, the Cologne forward, got himself 2 goals and a assist in a 5-0 win against Hertha Berlin. He also was the Kicker Player of the Week, so he's pretty much guaranteed in inform. And like I was saying, this card actually looks like it could be pretty good. You put a sniper chem on him to help boost his dribbling and shooting, and he's got good pace, ridiculous physicals, and he also has good dribbling and shooting at that point as well. So that could be a pretty useful card to look out for. On the end, we have a potential boost for headliners AUBAMEYANG. If AUBAMEYANG gets an inform this week, by the way, I think it'll be a left winger card, so that actually could be quite nice for Ultimate Team. But obviously his headliners card will stay as a striker. He got 2 goals in a 3-2 win for Arsenal against Everton, and he was also the man of the match in that fixture too, and that will definitely help his cause. So those are my predictions for the 23-man squad of Team of the Week 24. But before we end today, we actually have one more player to discuss, and it's a player that you might have heard of. His name is Messi, and on Saturday he scored 4 times in Barcelona's 5-0 win against Eibar. Now, normally 4 goals would guarantee anyone in the game an inform, and normally it really would. But Messi is currently in the Shapeshifters promo, and because of that, I don't think EA will include him in the upcoming Team of the Week. Now, I could be wrong with this, and if I am, fair enough. Obviously, we'll find out Wednesday. But with the Shapeshifters promo being on for another 3 or 4 days, I don't think EA will put him into the upcoming Team of the Week, although they could and just put him into packs after the Shapeshifters promos ended. But since the Shapeshifter promo has a Team 2 coming out on Friday, I don't think that's what EA will do. So unfortunately, I think we'll miss out on an inform Messi this week because of the Shapeshifters promo. But nonetheless, the Shapeshifters one is pretty cool, and obviously with it being a striker as well, that's pretty awesome. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts. Do you think EA will include the Messi, or do you think they'll leave it out because of the current ongoing Shapeshifters promo? And I've said the word Shapeshifters way too many times in the past minute. Anyway guys, we're coming towards the end of the video now. If you could leave a like rating on this video, that would be very much appreciated. In the comments, let me know your thoughts on the upcoming Team of the Week. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.